You know, most of us have seen a piano keyboard, right? Maybe even tinkled on the keys a little. But what if I told you that all 88 of those keys, they aren't just a random jumble of notes. It's actually a perfectly repeating code. And today, we're going to crack that code. You're about to see how this instrument, which looks so complex, is actually built on one simple, elegant pattern.
So here it is. This is our map. All 88 keys, stretching from this deep, rumbling bass way over on the left to a sparkling, high-pitched treble on the right. Now, I know, it can look a little intimidating, but this entire territory is built on a logic that we are about to completely uncover. 88. That is the magic number. 88 totally distinct keys, and every single one has its own unique tone. But here's the secret, and it's a big one. You don't need to learn 88 different things. Nope. You just need to understand one single pattern that repeats itself over and over and over again. And this is it. This is the key, the fundamental building block of the entire keyboard, the octave. Seriously, if you can understand this one short repeating pattern, you can understand all 88 keys. It's that simple.
So what is an octave anyway? Well, it's just a series of 12 notes that repeats. The entire 88-key keyboard, it's just made up of a little more than 7 full repetitions of this one 12-note pattern. And each time that pattern repeats, as you move to the right, the pitch gets higher. That's it.
Let's get a closer look at this 12-note pattern. You know, this sequence of all 12 notes in a row actually has a name. It's called a chromatic scale. It's really just a simple journey from a starting note C all the way up to B. So what happens when you hit that B? Well, the pattern just starts all over again on the very next C, but at a higher pitch. That is the whole secret right there.
So how are those 12 notes actually laid out? It's really simple. Within every single octave, you've got 7 white keys. These play the natural notes, C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. And nestled in between them, you have 5 black keys. They play the sharp or flat notes. And there's your pattern, 7 white keys and 5 black keys, a perfect set of 12.
Okay, so now that we've cracked the code of the octave, let's zoom back out. We're going to take a little journey across the full keyboard and see how the character of that pattern changes from the really deep bass all the way to the bright treble.
You know, the piano isn't just one instrument. It's really a whole spectrum of sounds. Down in those low notes, the sound is so deep, so rich, you can almost feel it vibrating. That's where you get all that dramatic power. Then the middle notes. That's the heartland of the piano. It's warm, it's melodic, it's where most of the tunes you know and love live. And then you get way up to the high notes, and the sound becomes bright and bell-like and just sparkling.
Now, just like any good map, the piano has a few key landmarks that help everyone find their way. There are 2 notes specifically that act as these universal reference points for musicians all over the world.
The first, and let's be honest, the most famous landmark is C4, which everybody knows as middle C. It's sitting right there in the center of the keyboard, and it's the main reference point. For any pianist, it's basically the "you are here" sign on the musical map. It's the anchor that helps you get your bearings no matter what.
Our second major landmark is the note A4. Now, this note is special because it's the official tuning standard for musicians, like worldwide. It vibrates at a frequency of 440 Hz. I mean, that means the string is vibrating 440 times every single second. It's the benchmark that makes sure a violin in Vienna and a piano in New York are playing in perfect harmony with each other. Pretty cool, right?
Okay, so we've explored the map, we've found the patterns, and we've located the landmarks. But you know what? The best way to truly understand the piano is to hear it for yourself. And the good news is, you don't even need a piano to do it. Seriously, to go on this journey yourself, just pull up a free virtual piano on your computer or download a simulator app right to your phone. You could even just go on YouTube and search for piano, all 88 keys, to hear them played in order. And of course, if you happen to walk by a real piano, go for it. Gently press the keys and listen to that whole spectrum of sound for yourself.
So, the 88 keys aren't a mystery anymore. They're a map built from one simple 12-note pattern that unlocks an entire universe of sound. Now that you know how to read the map, what music will you go find? That's all for this explainer.